This film is intended for installation engineers who have participated in the R. Joe Huntley certification program. We will give you a general overview and some reminders regarding installation of the Quick Track rail system. The areas covered include room assessment, installation, anchoring, and installing the track. Room assessment. It is important to conduct a room assessment at the first stage of a ceiling lift project. With the help of our assessment form, you can easily fill in all necessary information. For example, verifying the room measurements, locating potential obstacles, and determining the ceiling and wall structure. All these steps are vital factors in selecting an efficient, optimum track layout. The assessment form should be sent to R. Joe Huntley, along with photos of the room and the roof structure. With the help of this information, we can recommend the appropriate accessories and mounting systems. Start by identifying the transfer points. These are the points where the client is raised or lowered. With beds, for example, aim for the middle of the mattress as a transfer point. Then place the charging station. It is usually at one end of the track, closest to the front door. A curve may be added to hide the maxi sky in a corner, against a wall for safety and aesthetics. It is crucial to identify the structure's composition, such as concrete, steel, or wood, to ensure a solution that is right for the material. R. Joe Huntley has many solutions for the numerous ceiling and structure compositions. Having the right information will permit R. Joe Huntley to accurately calculate the cost and time required for installation. Installation. Once the optimum system has been selected, the next step is the fast and easy installation procedure. Use the rotary laser vertically to assure straight lines. It is highly recommended to keep the curves you intend to use to mark the layout for a particular room. Curve length and radius may vary slightly. For track junctions, the bracket location has to be perfectly centered with the joint. Use the plumb bob laser to determine the bracket locations on the ceiling. Do not exceed the permitted distances. See the installation guide for more detailed information. Anchorage. Mount the track brackets to the ceiling using the correct anchoring method and a threaded rod. If the suspended ceiling is tile, a threaded rod is inserted through the target hole with a ceiling plate or a pressure nut installed on the backside to add support. A lateral support may be required when the distance from the ceiling anchor structure rod anchor point to the drop ceiling rod exit point exceeds 10 inches or 250 millimeters. Braces must be installed so that there is no lateral movement. That is why, generally, you will place at least one lateral brace per axis and one lateral brace per joint bracket track end. These braces must always be perpendicular to the track axis. A pressure nut should be inserted if the suspended ceiling is constructed of drywall and access to the structure above is not possible. While holding the nut with the attached zip tie, a rod is threaded through the pressure nut and up into the ceiling anchor. A pressure nut tool is used to back the nut down the rod until it is snug and providing support on the backside of the drywall. Once you have finalized your anchoring routine, we are now ready for the next step, identifying the datum point. Locate the lowest point of the subceiling versus the highest point of the subceiling at each treaded rod location, using a self-leveling rotary laser line. You will commence with the lowest point. Cover plates, shims, if required, and ceiling brackets are secured to the threaded rod using washers and stover lock nuts. A rotating laser level is used to level the bracket and determine the degree of shimming each may require for the track to be perfectly level. Shims are added or removed as necessary to compensate for variations in the subceiling. A threaded rod cover, in combination with shims, is used to add support when the track needs to be suspended below the ceiling. If the distance from the ceiling exceeds 250 millimeters, or 10 inches, a visible lateral support may be required. The system includes wall mounting attachment, either by using a wall bracket or wall posts, depending on the wall composition. Track installation. Track joints are prepared by pre-drilling the lower channels of the track section. The spring pins need to be hammered into the pre-drilled location. Track sections are clipped into place on the installed brackets. Using a specialized lock and unlock tool, the black bracket cam is rotated 1/4 turn, locking the track to the ceiling bracket. Once the track sections are clipped into place on the installed brackets, the spring pin tool is used at the track joints to punch both pins along the bottom channel until they span the joint, ensuring a perfect alignment. When necessary, the track can be removed by unlocking the black plastic cams and sliding the bracket release tool in and under the bracket's wings. With the track in place, a thorough cleaning removes any dirt and debris. The installation is now ready for the lift. End stops and end caps should be installed in the open ends of the track. The project concludes with the side-mounted lift battery charger being snapped to the track in a convenient location, followed by the installation of its power supply. After installation is complete, the system is tested in accordance with all relevant regulations. For more detailed information, see the installation guide or the manual.